Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn some basics which one should know while getting started with Opencv. So I will be using pycharm to do all the projects in Opencv. So before getting started with, we will see how to install Opencv library in pycharm. So this is the pycharm editor. So you need to go in files, then go in settings. A dialog box will appear over here. So over here you need to go in project, whatever the name of your project is. Go to interpreter. Click on this plus icon and write over here opencv-python. So click on this and click on install package. I have already installed this package, so you can see that my library is over here, Opencv Python. Okay, so let's get started with it. So we will create a new Python file. So click on your project, right click and click on new file and Python file. Let's give it a name, let's say Opencv only, and enter. So to check if I have if I have successfully installed my library or not, we just need to write import cv2. cv2 is the library which is installed, and right click, run opencv. So if you don't receive any errors over here, it means your library is successfully installed. The first task which we'll be doing is how to load an image in pycharm using opencv. So we have imported our library. So first what we'll do is we'll create a variable, let's say of name image. Okay, and inside the image we will read our image, the original image. So the function to read the image is cv2.imread. Press enter. Okay, so it is showing two arguments which is to be passed. So one of it is file name. So I have downloaded an image from the internet of Sinchan. So the image should be in the directory, in the same directory as in your pycharm folder. Let's say if you save this project, look where your project has been saved, and the image should be in that same folder. So in my case, my image and my program is in local disk C. Okay. So if you want to know the location, you can just simply maximize this and you can see over here. So all your programs and all your images and videos should be saved in this whatever link you have or whatever path you have. Okay, so as you can see, I have already one image named Sinchan. So quotes, single quotes, and start typing your image name, so it will automatically detect an image inside your location. Press enter. So now what we have done is we are reading the image, and that image is been stored in this variable. So now I need to call this variable. So for that, there is one function called as imshow, cv2.imshow. So it will ask two arguments. First the window name and second is mat. So window name is nothing but the output window, what name you want. So I am giving as output. So single quotes output, then comma, the variable name which you want to call, means in which the image is stored. So it is image. And if I run this code, so if you seen that the dialog box have appeared and it gone very fast. So if I again run, so see, so what we need to do over here is we need to add a delay. So for delay, write cv2 dot wait key, and if I give a delay of 1, let's say, so what happens is, so it's shown for minute milliseconds and then it could disappear. So if I write here 1000, so 1000 milliseconds equals to 1 second. Okay, so it will show the output for 1 second only. Okay, but let's say if I need for infinite delay, so what you can do, you can simply add 0 over here. Okay, and if you run this code, then you can see our image has been loaded. Okay, and now press any button on keyboard, so it will terminate our program. So if you notice one thing, that the size of the image is too small. Okay, so what we can do over here is we can resize the image. Now how to resize an image? Let's say I'll create a one more variable named image underscore resize. So Opencv has a function to resize an image, that is cv2 dot resize. Click enter. It will show you some arguments which is need to be put inside this resize function. src means the image which you want to resize. So over here I want to resize this image. So type that name, variable name, comma, open and close the bracket. Now type the size of your window. So let's say I am typing 400 comma 400. So this 400 comma 400 means 400 is the width and 400 is the height. So now I need to also change this output variable, so it would be image resize. Okay, if I keep this as image only, let's say first I'll keep this as image, so there would be no change in your program, as you can see, because our final image is been stored in image resize. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to change it to image resize. Okay, so now if I run this code, so as you can see, the size of the image is been changed. So if I want to change the only width now, so I can change it to 600, let's say. So basically it works on pixels. Okay, so 600 comma 600. So this is how you load an image in Opencv. Okay, similarly you can also load a video in an Opencv, but there's a different method for it. Like, let's say I am giving a variable name cap. Okay, cap equals to, now to load a video, there is one function called as cv2 dot video capture. Okay, as you can see over here, video capture. Okay, now in video capture you need to specify the which file you want to load. So over here, if you see, I have one video of name this, I have one VLC file called cars. Okay, so I can write over here in single quote cars, and the extension, my cars file is mp4, as you can see, so I will write over here mp4. Okay, now there we need to insert all the functions of our video in while loop, because it should run continuously. Okay, so while it is true, okay, colon enter. Now we will call two variable, let's call as success and one call as frame. I'll explain this later, what does this two variable means. Okay, so equals to, now I need to read this file. So what I'll do is I simply call that variable name as cap dot read. Now each frame is been stored in this variable frame, and if it is successfully stored, it is success. Okay, so now to display this output, same function we are going to use as cv2 dot im show. Give a output window name called as output. You can give any name you want, and the name of your frame. So I have given here frame. Okay, by the way, you can give any two names over you want. Okay, I have given success and frame. So, and again I'll give a delay of cv dot. Okay, so there's one function. What you can do is you can program it in such a way that if you, let's say, press Q in your keyboard, your program will terminate. So for that, what we'll do is if wait cv2 dot wait delay key 1 and 0xff equals to odd colon Q. So if Q is pressed in keyboard, then break. Okay, and then you need to destroy all the windows. cv2 dot destroy all windows. Okay, so let's run this program. I guess it has some errors. Okay, yeah, so I have missed a colon, so now let's run. So as you can see, our video file is been loaded over here. Okay, so this is how simple it is to load an image and to load an video using Opencv in pycharm. And now when I hit Q on my keyboard, so the program gets terminated. Okay, so now we know how to load an image, how to resize an image, and how to load a video. But let's see how to change the color of an image. So what we'll do is we'll again delete all this thing. I'll name a variable name image again. I'll read that image as cv2.im read. I will read Shinchan image again. So Shinchan.png. And if I want to display the cv2.im show the output, I'm giving a name as output, the image name, and delay cv2.wait delay 0. Now if I run this code for if I just need to check if it's okay, so proper. So the output which you have written over here, it displays the window name, nothing else. Okay, but if you can see, this is an PGR image. PGR means PGR stands for blue, green, and red. PyCharm takes the color input as BGR and not as RGB. Okay, so BGR means blue, green, and red. Now, if I want to convert this BGR image into a grayscale image, so what you need to do is you need to, let's say I'm calling a variable name image gray. Okay, so the function to convert from an BGR image to grayscale image is cv2.cvt color. As you can see, the function is loaded color space. The first argument is src. Src is the image which you want to change. So image, enter. Now the color code. So write cv2.color. So as you can see, there are n number of color code over here. So BGR to HSV, BGR to HLS, BGR to LUV, BGR to gray. So we want this BGR to gray. So BGR to gray. Now if I want to show multiple images, if I want to show the original image also, and if I want to show the new image also, I'll copy this, paste. I'll call this as output 1 and change it to image gray. So I'm calling two variables over here. One would be my original image, and one would be the grayscale image. Okay, so let's run this code and check what will be the output. So yeah, over here. So this is our BGR image, and this is a grayscale image. Okay, the use of this grayscale image we will see in our further videos ki how important it is to convert BGR to grayscale when we will do projects such as object detection and many more. Okay, so and there is one more, and there is an HSV. So if I write over here, I'll create a variable name HSV, image HSV. Basically HSV stands for hue, saturation, and value. So every image has these three values: hue, saturation, and value. So we'll see what type of image can we see. So cv2.cvt color. Then again, which image I want to convert? I want to convert this original image. So I'll write over here image comma cv2.col color. So the first this function BGR to HSV, and just simply call this output cv2.im show. I'll call it as output number 2. Okay, then I'll call the variable that is image HSV over here. Perfect. So let's run this code. Okay, so this is BGR, this is grayscale, and this is your HSV image. Okay, so it's very simple to load an image, to resize an image, and to change the color values of an image. So you can play with many colors around here. There are n number of options. If you can see over here, Bayer to GB to BGR, there are many options over here. You can try each and every and see what type of output it is showing inside this. Okay, so this was about loading an image and changing the color. But what if I want to perform some operations? Okay, like let's say if I want to draw a rectangle, or if I want to write a text. So what I'll do is I'll delete all this. I'll only put an original image. Let's run this if it's working or not. Okay, fine. I'll resize this so it would be looking good. Image.resize. By the way, you can create any variable name you want. cv2.resize. Write the image name and write the dimensions. I keep it as 500, 500, and I'll call my variable. Okay, let's run this code. Okay, perfect. Now let's say if I want to write text over here which is saying Shinchan. Okay, so after resizing, what we will do is we will create a variable name, or we will check first you can directly write a text or not. So cv2 dot put text. Okay, cv2 dot put text, hit enter. The first argument it would be showing is in which image you want to write your text. So I want to write my text in image resize. So image resize. Okay. Second argument would be what text do you want. So I want in double quote or single quote, whichever you prefer. I want in Chan. Okay. Second is the origin. So now Opencv, we all know image has pixels. So we need to specify on which pixel we want to. Let's say I am writing over here 100 comma 100. Okay. Then the font face. Which type of font do you want? So cv2 dot font. So as you can see, there are n number of types over here. So I am take as font Hershey complex. Okay. So font scale I am giving as -1. I'll tell you what it is later. Now the color. So I told you keep pycharm or Python takes color as BGR, blue, green, and red. So open close the bracket. Now we all know that each color has maximum 256 values, which starts from 0 and goes up till 256. So if I want a red color, so BGR, so red would be 255 and G and R would be 0. So B would be 0, G would be also 0 and R would be 255. And last is color thickness. So thickness I want means the width of your text. So I'm typing as over 3. So let's run this code if it's worked properly. Okay, so it is flipped right now. So what we can do is we can change it to 1 and check. Okay, perfect. Okay, so 1 it will print straight and -1 it will flip the text. Okay, so what does this mean? So image resize means the image in which I want to write the text. Sinchan, the text I want. 100 comma 100, the coordinates we can say from where I want to start my text. So see this image has values. Over here it is 0 comma 0. This is x-axis which will go to from 0 to 500 because width is 500, and from 0 the y-axis would be 500 till here. Okay, so 0 comma 0. Then the font, type of font we want. This is just an argument, like 1 is to print it straight and -1 is to flip it. This is the color code I wanted red, so I typed it 0 comma 0 comma 255. And the thickness, let's change some values over here. So I'll keep it as 50 comma 50. I'll take a color combination of blue and red. So 255 comma I don't want green and 0, and I'll change this to 5. Now if we run this code, so yes, if you can see the color is changed to green because blue and red makes pink. Blue and red makes pink. The thickness of the text has been increased and also the coordinates has been changed. Okay, so this was one function. The second, let's say if I want to draw a rectangle. So for that what we can do is cv2 dot rectangle. Okay, so you need to specify the image. So image would be image resize. So you need to specify 2 points, point 1 and point 2. Okay, so point 1 would be, let's say I'm taking as 150 comma 150, and point 2 I'm taking as 450 comma 450. Let's try key where it will make. So it is basically an assumption key where do we want. Okay, now the color, so I want rectangle color as green, so B0 G255, red also 0, thickness I want as 3. Okay, cool. So if I run this code, okay, so as you can see it has drawn over here. So the starting coordinates was 150 comma 150, which is somewhat over here, and 450 comma 450 somewhat over here. So if I want to put this in a rectangle, I need to push this first point somewhere over here. So I guess I need to change this. So I'll take it as 40 comma 40, and I'll put this at the top 5 comma 5. Let's check. So okay, perfect. So Shinchan is in rectangle, but our text is bit up, so we'll change to 20 comma 20. I guess it would be fine. Okay, so it looks great. Okay, so this is how we create a rectangle and how we put a text. This all the function would be useful when we will detect objects, and I need to specify which object it is. So this all basics would help us in our further projects. Okay, so there is one more this thing function to draw a circle. So to draw a circle, we cv2 dot circle the image, specify the image, specify the center. From where do you want to start? So I mean the center of this is 250, so I'll start from center only. So 250 comma 250, then we'll do it as, what is the next argument? Radius. So how big do you want your circle? I'll keep it 20 as of now. Color. So color, let's take a combination of green and red, sorry, blue and green. So 255 b comma 255 comma 0, and then thickness I'll keep it as 2. So let's run and check. Oh, I guess there is some mistake. Let me check what is the mistake. Okay, sorry. So the image here should be image resize and not image, because we are displaying image resize. So I'll change it to image resize and again run. Perfect. So if you can see, there's one circle on Shinchan's t-shirt. So like this, it will help us to detect some objects in our further projects. Okay. So this is all for today's lecture. So keep practicing all these functions, and I'll upload the next video as soon as possible.